JK9303, going for Blackdrum in my own backyard. My 23 bay Hydrosport 250 Yamaha. And there's a school out here, about 300 drum, right in my own backyard. And it's a guy, Chris, that came back here a couple weeks ago, probably about 2-3 weeks ago, with a buddy. One night, my wife and I were sitting down by the dock looking at our light, snook light, and he shot me an email and I lost it. So Chris, if you're watching this on JK9303, give me a shout, because I'm trying to get a hold of you. The School of Drum just showed up a couple days ago. So you're not missing anything yet. And they should be here. They should be here for the next, 2 months. How's that? Right from my own yard, and the view from the top of the boat. It's kind of like being on a tower on a flats boat. We got a bimini on ours, but no tower. This is exactly what it feels like, though. Kind of funny to have a $50,000 boat and have it up on a lift and be fishing out of it. Nice big push. You know, these drum too, what's interesting is these drum on occasion will get mixed in with, or redfish will get mixed in with these black drum, and usually oversized reds. Once in a while you'll pull one at the high end of the slot in with them, but frequently you'll get redfish in that 30-inch range and up to the high 30s. Actually, I think we pulled one out one day that was 40 inches out of the school. Okay, now this guy took it right in the mouth. So here's using a paddle tail. My preference is white. This drag I'm assisting now, but with all the pulling he's doing, it doesn't take me much to assist. But if I land this guy and put a scale to how many pounds of drag are on here, I think these reels will do about 15 or 18 pounds of drag, and it's right in that high end. I mean, I'm got this thing fairly well cranked down. Now this guy probably isn't as big as the last two. He may even just be in the 18, but he's got that paddle tail right inside his mouth. Yeah, he definitely. So people always say that they don't hit artificials, but they do. Let me walk this guy around to the back of the boat. Hop off and bokeh grip him. But yeah, it's pretty neat when you get, 300 black drum in your backyard. And using the paddle tail, these soft plastics, and with probably it's at least maybe ½ ounce to 3/4 ounce of weight on them. They're not the very light ones, because these guys mostly are bottom feeders. So the other guy down the way, when I saw what he was using today, he had a soft plastic on, but on a like 1/8 ounce jig head, and he's going to be probably too high up in the water column with that. So he either told me to go back to a bigger jig head, or one of these pre-hooked paddle tails. Okay, now I'm wrapping my line up on this guy. There he is. Okay, got his head up. Yeah, it's pretty cool. He, you can see he just swallowed that paddle tail. Yeah, it's like a good country song. Getting on and off this boat, being 60 ain't an easy thing anymore, but not as good as I once was, but I'm good once as I ever was. Who sings that, Elaine? Do you know? All right. Got a rod holder here. I could ask Elaine for a little help, but I think I'll just slip it in the rod holder so I don't scratch up the reel. Tackle too, I'm using, usually say it, but 20 pound on the braid with the braid folded over, so it's doubled, so it has a bigger presence against the leader, to 40 pound leader, and it's a Shimano Terramar. I think this one was a 7.5 foot. So sort of their medium action, rated like 15 to 40 pound test. And here we go. Black drum on artificial. And see if you could see where that paddle tail is in his mouth. I mean, he swallowed it. Or she comes out. So let's bokeh grip this. This one's a little bit lighter. This one's at the 18-pound range. And I'm going to give Elaine the GoPro so you get a picture of me holding this thing up. She's taking a picture of me. But let me take this GoPro off and pass this to Elaine. All right, Elaine, take the GoPro. Hold it, Anthony. This point. And here we go. This is 300 Blackdrum in my own backyard. And again, Chris, you were in my backyard a couple weeks ago. Give me a call on you'd shout me something through JK9303 on YouTube as well. And Elaine, let's get this guy back in the water. Bring it over here. Let's show release sound. Just kind of really point it down on him. Wet. Another one I can reach these guys. Sometimes you can't reach or hold their tail. They get so big. They'll get up to 60 pounds. Some of the biggest ones I get. But if you orientate them so their back is up, they do well. If you don't get their back up, they'll flounder a little bit. But once you turn them up, they'll do pretty good. And anyhow, school is still out here, and signing off with a view of my boat. JK9303, catching 20 to 40 pound drum right in my own backyard. And the school again was, been following it for about a half a mile from shore, so I just kind of wander around and I'm able to keep up with them. JK9303 signing off.